Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Laura Kay. Welcome to this safe space. If you were brought here, I do believe that you were guided for a reason. There's no such thing as coincidence, only divine incidents. So if you found yourself here, whenever you find it, it should resonate. There's some kind of confirmation, insight, medicine within this conversation today. So I'm going to be doing a reading. Obviously, I'm reading from the Heavenly Bloom Tarot deck by Noah Akita, one of my favorite decks that I have. I have a lot of decks. Well, here they come. Okay, there's like 6 cards within here. Let me pull I'm gonna do 2, and then I'm gonna pull an archetype card from my archetype deck. Okay, we've got the Judgment and the Sun. Wow, I've been seeing so many sun synchronicities today. It's the Judgment card. And just the way that it looks with this man on the ground and this woman from the sky. I was watching a video on YouTube earlier today. It was by a person named Hala, H-A-L-A, and it was talking about you know how you're trying to decenter men? Like, you should start decentering the 3D and like just going with what like spirit is telling you. And this Judgment coming in feels like, you know, a spiritual being, which is and I loved her thought because she kind of was comparing, she said that the matrix, the physical earth, is the masculine and the spirit, the 5D, is the feminine. And many of us have heard this before, but if it's your first time, the way that she explained it felt new, even though I like kind of understood this concept. But that's what this card is giving me, which is cool because I've never looked at this card like that since I heard that today. And then next we have the Sun card. And I get with whoever you are that you are balancing your own masculine and feminine, and that you are finding a lot of light within yourself by allowing yourself to just go with what your intuition is telling you, and where you're guided to be, and listening to your heart. This Leo full moon, it was like last night's moon. Whenever you're seeing this though, it should resonate even if it's not right after the full moon, but we just had that Leo moon, and it's definitely guiding a lot of us to move in our North Node. And everything happening right now, I mean, it's the revolution will not be televised is what we've been talking about, and it all happens within the mind first. And you've been doing a lot of shifting, a lot of changing. This past year for you has been very chaotic. I'm sure the past few years for everybody, but you are coming into a place of seeing who you want yourself to be, and where you, and I get you're in a place of, in a lot of my recent readings, I was talking about us feeling like in a stagnancy of knowing so much, and like knowing where you want yourself to go, but not really understanding how. And there's kind of this like transition phase that feels kind of limbo-y, and you're being called to relax and to breathe and to give yourself grace and give yourself love. Because sometimes, and I think this comes from the feminine a lot, is there's this need to really slow down and allow yourself to process things. And I get that sometimes you confuse that need to process with stagnancy, and tell yourself that you should be somewhere else instead of exactly where you are, or trying to get yourself to like pick up the pace, like get going. And I'm hearing that you're being reminded that you're not stagnant, and that you need rest, you need to slow down. Winter is coming to an end, and we are going to have our next solstice, and we're going to bloom again in the spring. But slow your roll, and sometimes even that blooming again, like it might take some time, it might be slow, and it's a process, and you need to allow yourself to slow down and breathe within it. You're somebody who is doing a lot of healing work. Whew. My throat chakra right now is releasing a lot as I'm speaking. which is also another sign that throat chakra healing is happening, that the voice, there's a lot of power within the voice and speaking your truth and speaking to yourself and to those around you can be so healing. Sharing in group settings can be really healthy for you at this time. But I'm just reminding you that it's okay. Like you're not in a rush, and actually like the best things for you take time, and it's important to focus on yourself at this time. Focus on what you need to be doing. May I just show you this this deck? It's the Archetype deck by Caroline Myss, and she wrote a book that I really enjoyed. It's like the Spirit Anatomy. It's the Anatomy of the Spirit. That book really helped me a lot, especially like I was somebody who worked in healthcare for a while and like have very intuitive stuff, and I do have a lot of like interesting insights that I gain, and the ways that she explains it really helps you understand energy. So that might be calling out to somebody. It's so funny because when this fell out just now, it says monk noon, and I read sun when I like glanced at it, and I thought another sun card, and I got kind of excited, but it wasn't. But that does feel like something. It does feel like that masculine energy is kind of being loud. So within these archetypes, it'll have like a shadow and a light attribute. Let's see if you can look at it. And it also shows like a man and a woman. They look like yin and yang with their colors. And so it does feel like that balance kind of. I was talking and they look like they're in meditation. My last video was about mindfulness and meditation. The light attribute says selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. And shadow attributes say negative judgment of the physical world, excess piety. This is such an interesting card to pull right now. This is my first time like using this deck in front of people. Wow, yeah, and so this is bringing me back to the Judgment card. These really feel like they go together in a lot of ways, and I think the sun kind of says we're focusing a little bit on balancing that masculine, but they just really feel like they go together with that spiritual and that physical like balance that is coming into place for you. And so it's reminding you not to judge yourself. It says the negative judgment of the physical world, and when I was saying how, you know, you feel like you should be moving somewhere or something, shifting very quickly, like those shifts are happening, but a lot of them are happening in teeny tiny ways that are going to add up. And a lot of the work that you are doing right now is like literally just keeping up with your healthy habits and keeping yourself in a healthy schedule and helping yourself be habitual and be healthy and pick up healthier habits. Maybe you're dropping a lot of habits at this time, and I think this moon especially is reminding a lot of people it's time to let go of those things and to move on and to go to the next thing. And so I do hope that you gained something out of this reading. You know what? I am going to pull one more card from the Archetype deck because now it's like screaming at me. So apparently this deck has like blank cards so that you can like write your own. So, and it looks like a freaking stop sign. So I think that was a sign that no, we don't need to pull another one. Maybe I just really love talking to you guys. Thank you so much for watching this. If you made it all the way to this end of this video, I really appreciate you guys watching, and I do feel like you are like co-creating this space with me. I've been loving reading you guys' comments and just sharing in this journey with you guys. So if you do want to share some of your story with me, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know how this is resonating within your life and your journey, And thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you, and I'm so grateful that I get to be a part of your journey in some type of way, that I get to share energy with you somehow through the internet. How beautiful that we are able to do so. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for doing the inner work on yourself. Because if you've listened this far, you are doing so much conscious work within yourself that may not be physically seen by a lot of other people, but know that you are always seen, and that we're always clapping for you and cheering for you, even when you don't feel that within your daily life. There's so many people in this world who love and care about you and are so grateful that you are out here doing this healing work for yourself. So thank you for doing that, and I am so grateful that we get to share that together. Anyways, much love and many blessings. Goodbye for now, and I will talk to you again very soon.